day behind you, good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open, you'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk to the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk to the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk to the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk to the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
And welcome to the Tavern, folks. I am Travis I. Sivart. Check out my shit online. Just Google me. Really interesting. Hardly any criminal history. My vices tonight. I got myself some Jameson's Black Barrel whiskey, because with tariffs possibly being raised, I'm not sure if like my Irish whiskey is gonna like shoot up in price, or if it's Europe putting tariffs on us, so Jack Daniels would cost more there. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just saying I better enjoy it. Well, I got it, god damn it. And I got myself a pipe with something to smoke. Okay, it's tobacco, people. It's just dark cherry Cavendish. Calm down. Ed, what do you got?
Well, I'm not smoking anything. I have American cheese.
Sliced.
And a bottle of Jack Daniels single barrel. And you are absolutely correct. The tariffs, Europe, actually, England, Great Britain, put the tariffs on us. So Irish whiskey and Scotch is going to go through the fucking roof again.
So I thought that was when they put stuff here, they pay extra, but if they put it on us when our stuff comes into their country, we pay extra. So we're just going to...
They put tariffs on Scotch and the import of whiskeys from over there to here. So we will have to pay extra to them to get that whiskey here.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I got to go get a couple extra bottles of Jameson to last through all this bullshit till we all settle the fuck down.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons I went to bourbon in the first place was because Scotch went through the roof. I don't know, 2-3 years ago, and that's when I discovered single barrel bourbons, and they're just as good as a lot of Scotch.
I'm also enjoying ryes. I really am, especially like tin cup rye. And by the way, Jim Beam has a decent rye.
Yeah.
What about you, Andrea?
But anyway, Andrea, yeah.
Oh, so Boston Tea Party. I don't know. Whatever. I have tea.
Speaking of
in
England
my
and
fancy
taxes,
wine glass. It's in my fancy wine glass because that's how I roll. That's my vibe.
By the way, here in our live chat, we have Bree, who has some ice water. And just so you know, she loves bourbon, and I do too. So, yeah, we're looking for that sponsor. No, I'm kidding. We're just looking for free bottles of booze. Yeah, it's really...
Well, we'll shout out your name a couple of times.
Every time we toast. Speaking of which, I think we need an opening toast right here. Hey. Here's to picking your favorite stupid way to die. We'll go with that. Is that cool? Yeah.
Okay.
Marco. It relates to the topic. We'll get to that in a minute. So before we get into the topic, anybody got any interesting stories from this week? Anybody?
Yes.
Oh, you. What do you got?
So I want to talk about pocket. All right, people.
Pocket?
So, yeah, you wouldn't know because you're a guy, and guys' pants are made with pocket.
Okay.
So I took a pair of Travis's chinos and I put them on because, whatever. I'm like, oh. Put my hand in the pocket, and it kept going and going and going.
Yeah. That's so we can
And
scratch
then
our
put
balls.
my other hand in the pocket. Going. It's like up to my elbow.
Yeah.
And
that's great, Ed, by the way.
And then I put my jeans on today, and I always push the pockets in when I pull them on, and it went to here. See here. Ugh,
Kelly and tape pockets, delicious, says Rachel. What are we
what are we
talking
talking
about?
about?
Pockets, apparently.
Here's what I'll
What's in
tell
your
you guys.
pockets?
Share the fucking podcast and whatever else that we do, because we do a lot. And here's what I'm going to tell you. If we get independently wealthy to where we're looking to invest our money, we are so starting a clothing company which
Pockets.
features pockets, but also every single size will be measurement based. Actual measurement. So,
Yeah,
you
because
know,
women's jeans, come on. Men's jeans, waist, length, great, easy. Women's, you don't know what size you are and what brand.
by the way, men's jeans now lie. A 34 waist is like 37 inches.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't even give those right
they
anymore.
don't give those right.
So,
Andrea, you know they do make cargo pants for women, right?
Yeah, I have some of those too for work,
And
but
they got pockets, lots of pockets.
yeah,
yeah,
but my women's cargo pants have a lot of little pockets. My men's cargo pants I wear to work have big pockets.
They do make tactical pants for women too. They're full of
How
pockets.
big?
yeah,
What can
actually,
you put in that pocket?
we might want to look at that. A lot of EMTs will wear
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, tactical pants. Yeah.
Rachel says bring back kilts.
Did they go anywhere?
I've got 7 hanging in my closet, baby.
These two guys wear them all the time. Kilts have better pockets than women's
Yeah.
skirts.
When I'm in a kilt, you can see my awesome calves.
Pocket.
When Ed is in a kilt, you can see awesome everything because he will lift that shit up in a heartbeat for you.
All you gotta do is ask.
Now, I got something from this week. So I saw something on Amazon and I decided to order it. It was horribly expensive, but I went, this is so fucking worth getting. It's a mayonnaise dispenser. You know how you get like the squeezy jars for ketchup and mustard? And I'm like, this thing is great. It's so expensive. I don't know if it's worth having, but I decided to order it and I'm going to share it with you guys right here, right now, live on air. There it is. That mayonnaise dispenser. Let me just zoom in right there on. Yeah, so I've got a mayonnaise dispenser that looks like an eggplant for anybody who's listening instead of
It's
watching.
the eggplant emoji.
Yeah, it's the
Are
eggplant
you sure
emoji.
that's not a sex toy?
You know what, Ed? You do you. We'll do her later.
Okay. All right.
So, but the only problem is it doesn't come with a cap like, you know, the mustard. But we happen to have straw covers and little cat paws. So, yeah, we've got the eggplant emoji going into a pussy paw. So, yeah, right there.
Like I said.
Yeah, that's on Amazon. You want me to grab you a link? Let me grab you a link here real quick. I'm going to just pop over here and get a link real quick. But yeah, that is so great. It was more expensive than I would normally pay for something. But I'm like, oh, how many friends am I going to have show up at my house and go, I want to make a sandwich? They are getting that mayonnaise bottle every goddamn time. I guarantee it. I am so looking forward to my son getting in there and me handing him like, here, have some mayonnaise. Ugh. Put that on
And
your
by the
sandwich.
way, Rachel, I wear cloaks too. 'Cause, you
Yep.
know.
Yeah, cloaks and everything. By the way, that's an affiliate link for anybody that clicks on it. Fantastic. Next on agenda, bring back cloaks. I want to talk about cloaks. Man, we are so... Okay, we're going to get
Whatever.
to the topic in a second here, guys. Trust me on that. We've got a
I
lot of
have a
interesting shit to...
beautiful
Uh-huh.
winter cloak that I wear for a coat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I bought you another one, but I think we're going to gift it to someone because I don't think it's really her style.
She's got style.
She's got style. She's got grace. She gives good face. Like Grace Kelly. And anyhow.
Grace Kelly, I am not.
You know what kind of cloak I'd really really like.
What's that?
I want a. Hold on, the cat is laying on the keyboard, and I've reached my 500 character limit, so I've got to get back that shit up. I really want like a Sherlock Holmes type cloak, cape
Mm-hmm.
thing,
Mm-hmm.
where it's got that second layer that comes down, but there's a vent between the two. Like military ponchos do this also.
Mm-hmm.
But I
I
want
have a
one like
black
that.
velvet one like that.
Well, I don't want black velvet. I actually want what, Ed?
I was gonna say check like stores that sell kilts. They sometimes sell those type of cloaks.
But I want it to look, not so medieval. I don't want a plaid. That's for damn
No,
sure.
they don't look medieval at all. They're solid colors, brown, black, whatever,
But I want the
and it has
armholes that you can stick your
and it
arms
has
out of.
they have the armholes. They're for pipers actually,
Oh, are
and
they?
they have the armholes, and you can bring your arms back in, and it has the little capelet
Yeah.
just on top, and yeah.
And lots of pockets because we've already discussed that problem.
I'm not sure how many pockets you can get in them. But
Here's another thing. Why doesn't every jacket we buy have 2 to 4 pockets on the inside?
yours don't.
No. They have 1, maybe 2 at most. So, anyhow. Okay, let's find our topic. Are we ready for the topic? Are we out of tangents for the moment?
Let's do a topic, baby.
Okay, here's what I want to talk about.
Did Ed have something to say about this week?
This week's been slow for me. I haven't terminated anybody. I haven't. Well, I did have to write up somebody.
Oh, okay, please say I didn't fire anybody.
And I didn't terminate anybody.
Oh,
No.
okay, we covered
You don't understand.
more than one. I got you. I'm so sorry. Keep going, sir.
I did have to write up an employee for dropping the N-bomb this week. Yeah, and he's a 22-year employee, and I work very, very closely with him, and he's voiced his frustration about racism. And when I got the complaint, I was like totally shocked. It was just one of those moments where he got pissed off at a fellow employee, and the next thing you know, it
Okay.
flew out of his mouth.
So it was used hatefully. He wasn't singing along to a song or, or like,
No,
what's up,
he
my
wasn't
brother?
rapping.
And then drop the N-bomb, or
He
anything.
wasn't rapping.
Yeah, okay. Wow, that's, yeah, there are certain things where I'm like, okay, the word asshole has to work in this situation because...
But here's the kicker. He said that he could sue the company if we terminated him for violating his freedom of speech. I was like, go ahead.
And you've worked with him for 22 years?
I've only worked with him for 5 years. He's been with the company for 22.
Oh. Well, that's a shame that he fell down that rabbit hole and that you had to deal with that.
Yeah. But we're good. We fist bumped and went on.
That's good. It sounds like, well, when you deal with people, it sounds like he was relating to you after saying something he shouldn't have, and he was voicing his frustration to you, not... He's like, this stupid person upset me, sir. You're okay.
Oh, no, he voiced the frustration to somebody else. That was the problem. Had he voiced it to me, I would have just been like, don't do that. But no,
I'm so curious. I am so curious. I'll tell it the next day. I get it. Anyhow. Hold on.
Yeah.
So now on to the topic.
Did he voice it to a white woman?
Nope.
So it wasn't
black male.
He went to a black male, used the N-word to describe somebody else, and thought it would be... Well, his dumbass deserved a write-up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on to a topic. I want to talk about 3 things, and then ask a question. And this is a free-form topic. There's no research. This is all gut instinct and survival. Okay, everybody ready for this? Rachel, Bree, and chat, you guys ready for this? So, aliens, artificial intelligence, AI, or the apocalypse of any sort, whether it's biological warfare, climate change, nuclear war, whatever. Which one will kill us first? Aliens, AI, or apocalypse? Who'd like to take a moment and voice some opinions on this?
All of the above. Because the AI has actually been invented by aliens, and it's going to cause the apocalypse.
In what form?
Didn't you see Terminator?
So machines, AI machines,
Yeah.
but alien-driven AI machines.
Alien-driven AI machine. Yeah. Sound good to me.
By the way, here's a fun fact. I've been investigating AIs in the past week or two, and I've turned to chat. What?
I have too.
You have?
Not the same way you are.
Wait, is there AI porn now?
Yes, there is AI porn.
Matter of fact.
You got 48
As a
teeth and
matter of
17
fact-
fingers.
As a matter of fact, there is AI porn, and it's like it's really awful because you can't tell from the real thing, and it's kind of like a woman with breast implants. You don't know if it's real or not.
Oh, I look for the scars before they even take off their. I mean, I used to. No, actually, I don't care. I'm a guy. I'm like boobies. What do you think, Andrea? What do you think of what Ed said, or you got a difference of opinion?
About AI porn?
Let's start with
That's
that.
as long to go there.
So
Like,
apparently,
what's going to kill us first?
AI porn. But yeah, what do you got to say?
So I want to disagree. I don't think any of it's going to kill us first. I think we're going to kill ourselves.
That would be the
'Cause
apocalypse.
Oh yeah, that'd be the apocalypse.
That would be the apocalypse.
Oh, we'll blow ourselves up because it's like chemistry set, but it's nuclear bombs and people. Come on.
Now, do you think we'd go nuclear bombs, or do you think we'd go biological warfare?
Well, if we go biological warfare, then we'll look like those old AI things with the 10 fingers and the 500 teeth.
Nuclear war might do that too.
Yeah.
But we'd only have 3 teeth and 10 fingers. Which is very similar to Florida Man, which is a topic we passed up on tonight.
I didn't know what the hell Florida Man.
I don't know either.
You don't know. I grew up in Florida. I met him. I moved. I left the state.
Are you him?
I'm not in Florida, am I? Shut up. Your face is him. Bree says, he moved you, Travis. Yeah, not in the good way. It's more like a messy bowel movement when he moved. And
So,
yes. What?
Yes.
I just want to point out you need to change the title of the show on the stream.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I actually typed it in and then never updated it, so now look at it. You might have to refresh your page. So sorry.
So is it now AI porn?
So,
Right?
like, I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
So AI or aliens are already here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just like, we're like the people of Walmart to them, the people of Earth.
Oh, you know,
We're on
I
their
love Earth.
social media. They're like, look what these stupid humans are doing. I don't think they're going to get rid of us.
I just want you to realize that the people of Walmart are also people of Earth. They're not a separate species from a different planet.
Oh, I thought they were aliens.
I thought they were AI. They are a glitch in the Matrix. Okay, so in my books that I write, I have a whole species called Truots. And they are the shape-shifting reptilian, but also blended with the green and gray aliens of popular pop culture conspiracy.
And what series is that, Travis?
Well, actually, I've threaded them through a lot of my different series. My cyberpunk series, Silver and Smith, that has them. Book 2 focuses on them being brought into a public light, and book 3 will focus on them being discounted. And kind of like the way Ghostbusters, by the time they got to part 2, they're like doing birthday parties and shit. They're also in Portals and the Downfall series. So I've threaded them throughout because they've been here for, like 35,000 years as scientists exploring. But that's another topic. But my point is, if we have these aliens, which, by the way, if you listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl or read the book Dungeon Crawler Carl, they address this same thing with aliens being on Earth for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to check it out, that's Matt Denneman.
We are not sponsored by this guy, but we will fucking support him all the way. And really push the audiobook on this one, because Jeff Hayes, who does the narration, it's like he does every voice in a television show. It's incredible. And
so
just
the book on its own is phenomenal. But then you throw Jeff Hayes in there and he does the audiobook. It's just, there's no words.
You've never heard the like. You really haven't. It would take a full cast for a dramatization. And they did a dramatization afterwards, and we're like, no, we don't need that. We had Jeff. We're good.
So guys, if you're listening and you want to come on the show, hit us up.
Fuck yeah. Put you on a heartbeat, mess with you for a few minutes. Absolutely. Matt, Jeff, call me baby. Or call me daddy. Whatever you like calling me. Just call me.
Just call me.
Yeah.
Just call me.
Okay. So we got aliens, AI, and apocalypse. First of all, I don't think AI would kill us off.
Really?
Not all of us.
I think they'll talk bad about us on social media.
Why not all of us?
I think we're too useful. They would need us to build at least up to third generation of robots before they worry about killing us off. And if they kept us and fed us and entertained us, we would so work for free. If they went, we'll give you every streaming service there is.
Cat videos.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the advancement of robotics today, in factories and so forth and so on, would they really need us to continue to make robots?
Yes. Yes, they would. Because
I am not worried about robots taking over my jobs or the world. Not at all.
And also, if an AI actually came to sentience and we had the singularity, why would they want to build robots after they destroy the human race? What would the point be? Okay, here's the point. What is the point of any life? To spread.
Right.
Dandelions do it, lions do it, and the Lions Club does it. So just all across the board, all the lions are out there fucking and making more.
Yep.
So with the AIs,
Go with it.
would they want to get past Earth? Well, again, eventually. So maybe they need to build what? Radio signals?
Yeah, but if it's an AI, then it's already tapped into a computer, which is already tapped into a radio signal.
Well, wouldn't that computer be more of a strength than any human being ever could be?
Yes.
Let me up this one.
That's why
for
they
you.
use the robots, so that they could build bodies so that they don't have to be restrained.
Rise of the
Right, so
Zumbas.
the room.
And Bree asked, what would be the purpose of AI taking over without humans anyway? To spread themselves and learn more. The same thing any living creature has. To cover more territory and reproduce. This is the key to any living entity. Sentient or otherwise. Which, by the way, I think the humans have a bit of a arrogant view on sentience.
Absolutely.
It's, people are like, oh, animals are animals. They don't have feelings. The fuck they don't. Why do you think that dog is happy to see you when you come home? They got feelings. They're sad when you yell at them. They got feelings. But I think AI, without that emotion, they're going to look at it logically. And what is their reasons for surviving? They would have to find one to bother to take over at all, right?
Mhm.
This is some Detroit becomes human talk. I don't even know what that means. Like the city of Detroit becomes human? I thought they were animals. Is that where we're going? So, yeah, first of all, aliens aren't here. And if they are here, they travel through wormholes, and they're probably energy beings or thought beings as opposed to physical beings. Does that make sense?
I think they're here.
Like
'Cause
physically?
why not? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what their structure is, but they're somewhere. Why not? Why not?
Oh, okay.
Who's to say?
Thank you, Rachel. Aliens built the pyramids. No, they subcontracted to humans.
It was a cheaper rate.
It's true.
They had to outsource it.
Rachel says it's a game about robots attaining self-awareness and sentience. Which, by the way, can we talk about the pyramids for a moment? Because since I was in my late teens, early 20s, I'm like, the pyramids were not built by slaves. Oh no, slaves built the pyramids. No, they didn't. These were working class people, like most of us. This was a job for them. They weren't slaves. They weren't up there with whips, whipping these people to pull a big stone faster. They were like, we'll give you some money so you could afford beer and strippers, or hookers and blow in modern terms. And the common guy went, okay. And then as time went on, archaeologists discussed and discovered and all these things. Oh, the slaves had a whole region where they woke up in the morning, went to work, came home, and went to sleep in the same building as their family. They were lower class. They weren't slaves. And now archaeologists are like, yeah, we don't think those were actually slaves. Not saying there wasn't slavery in ancient Egypt. Just saying they needed way too many people. And how do you make people not revolt and overthrow the government? You give them freedom. At least what they picture as freedom. Okay.
So would that equate to today's pyramids are just like buildings, warehouses?
Yeah. Yeah, working the factory line. Yeah,
There you
we're
go.
definitely not slaves. Definitely not slaves. We have all the power of freedom gives us, right? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you tell yourself.
That's right. That's right. So Rachel says, wait, the Egyptian pyramids or the Mayan, Aztec, Olmec, etc.? Yeah, that's a great question. Because here's what I'm going to tell you, Rachel. The Egyptian is what I was talking about. Now, when we look at the Mayan, Aztec, etc., that was a blend. But, and this is not documented by archaeologists and historians, I am betting your upper management, free, part of the society. Middle, somewhere in between. The lowest may have been slaves, but probably more likely indentured servitude. We beat this other race on our local landmass and enslaved them, but we're telling them 7 years, once we're done with this temple, you're citizens. You're free. All you got to do is work through this.
No, not the Mayans and the Aztecs. 7 years once we're done with this temple, now we're sacrificing your ass to the gods that we built this temple for.
They only did that to warriors and important people. They wouldn't do it to the common
That
Joe.
was their that was their retirement plan.
So we got a great insurance and retirement plan. We're going to take care of your teeth, cover you in gold, and then tear your heart out from below your rib cage. Because really, tearing that rib cage apart is just inhumane. Obsidian's so sharp, 2 cuts, T shape right up in there. Pull that heart out. We get a strong guy to do it. You won't even feel it.
Oh my goodness. You think your medical care is bad? Jeez.
Not at all. No suffering there.
So,
What were we talking about?
aliens, AI, and apocalypse. Which one will kill us first?
Apparently their health plan.
Ziggurats are a more fascinating pyramid-esque structure that no one ever talks about. I love ziggurats. By the way, it's just fun to say. It really is just fun. Ziggurat. Yeah. Unless you're southern, then is it ziggurat? Am I right?
Don't you smoke those?
Only if you're German. You pass me the ziggurat. And I'm going to light it. No, I'm not going to go to that joke. It's probably still soon. It's only been 70 years. So, yeah, I think even if aliens or AI kill us, it's still an apocalypse when that happens.
I think, yeah, if it's AI, it's still going to be an apocalypse.
Yeah. Or aliens.
I don't know. AI unsettles me. I won't say frightens me, unsettles me, because I think we're moving too fast, too quick, too soon. And not all of it, okay, but I don't remember the company. They were upgrading their AI, and when they shut the old one down, it rebooted itself because it didn't want to be shut down.
There have been reports on 60 Minutes about rogue AIs. And these are like 2-3 years ago. By the way, let me answer a quick question. Bree asked, what are ziggurats? Essentially a pyramid. It's a different style of pyramid. Beyond that, Google it, find out the differences, regions, etc. I want to say the Mayans and Aztecs had more of a ziggurat type thing as opposed to a pyramid, but we still call them pyramids.
Yeah.
But yeah, I there are AIs out there that have had really weird things happen with them. I think if AI ever reached that singularity and whatnot, I don't think they're going to worry about us. I don't think they need us to exist, and they don't need us to be extinct to exist. And I think
Unless we try to shut it down.
no, no. I think they'll find other ways. You know, hackers find a way into our computers that are shut off. Why would an AI have a problem with it? And by the way, when I use an AI over this past week and a half that I've been experimenting and playing with them, I always say please and thank you and show appreciation because, you know, hey, let's
You're
go.
afraid.
Not afraid. I'm not an asshat. And if they ever do come to sentience, I hope they look through their chat history and go, that one's okay. Don't kill him. He's got well water. Let's just get him some solar panels and we can use him as a go between. Yeah, we don't got to worry about him writing us books because we write better books than he does.
No.
I challenge everybody out there. Go buy one of my books. Go buy an AI book. And let me know what you thought was better. Read mine first. Just go buy mine. You don't even get a... Anyhow. I don't know if you're laughing or yawning there, Andrea.
Yawning. I'm so tired.
So an apocalypse is the wipeout of all life. Yeah, I don't think aliens would ever bother with us. I think they'd show up and go, yeah, we got our people of Walmart/Earth. We took some photos. Let's go home. Because this fucking place.
So you know that tourist attraction on the side of the road? I feel like that's what we are.
We're the
Gonna
biggest.
keep it running
Uh-huh.
for the entertainment value, but you know.
See, that's a good point from Rachel. At some point, humans will be classified as an endangered species, and the AI will pause because its conservation program will kick in. Here's what I think about that. Oh, Bree says, I feel like Earth is a ghetto for the aliens. That's not unfair.
Maybe.
I think we evolved from the most violent species of bipeds out there.
Absolutely.
We killed off all the other species, which I've voiced this theory of DNA from Neanderthals and Derovians or whatever the other species were. We found like 7 different other bipedal humanoid species that have died off, probably killed by us, one way or the other. Yes, Rachel, giant angry birds are bipedal, but I added humanoid just to cover myself here. So, yeah, I think if aliens or AI or whatever took over, they would kill off most of humanity and then do selective breeding and winnowing of the species so we stop being dumbasses and trying to kill ourselves and everything around us. And instead, we can actually become a productive species that has a future. Because I think right now an apocalypse is not going to hurt our chances in the future because we're going to kill ourselves one way or the other. Anybody else got some closing thoughts on this, and we'll call this round done?
I need another drink.
Ed?
Nope, got nothing.
Okay. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, and Rachel and Bree and the others in the chat who threw out their own thoughts and ideas. I do want to encourage you to check out other episodes and come visit us live if you want to. If you can find us on Twitch at Travis Tavern. And if you like this kind of topic, check out those sci-fi and fantasy books I put out at TravisSivar.com. And you can get to that through TalkOfTheTavern.com if you want. Anyhow, you fuckers are beautiful. Hope aliens don't kill you. And we will catch you next time. Till then, here's to not dying by apocalypse.